Hi guys, this is relocation season. So are you in the UK? Are you planning to come to the UK? Are you already on your way to the UK? Now this is 7 beautiful advice that will actually help you settle down properly in the UK. I know you've been researching about what to bring to the UK. How do I do this? How do I do that? Now the very first point I am going to be doing is calm down. Yes, calm down. I know you're anxious, you're just moving to a new environment, you're coming on your own, you're coming with family. A lot of people feel overwhelmed, like maybe you're looking for accommodation, you're trying to get a job, you're trying to get your documents, and it can be very overwhelming. After all, you're a new person in a new environment. Don't expect to get it all at once. Even babies, when they start working for the first time, they fall right. So yeah, that's the major first step, and every other thing will fall into place. So all you need to do is breathe, calm down, be anxious for nothing. Remember that it's a process. So your very first house hunting, or the house you want, might not be it, you might not get it. The very first job you apply to, you might not get it. The very first time you try using the bus system, you might miss your route a couple of times. It is okay, it's nothing new. The second point now is get all your documentation ready. I know you need your BRP, you need your NI number, you need your SIM card, you need you to register for your school if you're coming here as a student. Basically, there are a lot of things you need to do. You need to start gathering documents, all your documents from Nigeria. You need to start trying to get the necessary documentations you will need going forward. Most especially BRP should be first thing. You want to get a SIM card if you don't have a SIM card already from Nigeria. You want to start a phone contract, things like that. So first things first, get all your documents ready. Know what you need for what, like know what you need to do. Your BRP will most likely be at the post office. Your NI number, you have to apply for it online. Your SIM card, you can get SIM card around you in most stores. So know what you need to get when it comes to documentation wise, the things that are very important for you going forward, like for your, without your NI you cannot work. If you're a student, you need to like settle down, do your induction, like documentation basically for your induction in school. Get all that ready. After you've gotten your document ready, the next thing you need to do is check for accommodation, spare room, Zoopla, Rightmove, and also agency site. Now it can be very tricky. Now one thing I always tell you is that don't get overwhelmed. You don't just apply to one. When you're applying, apply across all platforms if possible. So if you're searching for a house and spare room, also have an account on Zoopla, have an account on Rightmove. Go for as many house viewings as you can. You might be on spare room, and spare room's room might be very expensive, and after a while on Rightmove you see you could have gotten that same thing for maybe it's slight difference basically. So always have multiple options, keep your options open. And please, I will say this, until you pay for a house, until you sign a contract, still keep your options open. There are cases of people that maybe they've gotten the house, they've told the person, they've told the agency, okay, I'm going to get this house, and they're like, oh, okay, and they're like, oh, you'll pay your deposit tomorrow. You can call them. If it happened to me, I called the guy. The lady said, oh, she's on her way to the office, and once she gets to the office, she'll send me the account details to pay. She'll send me the account details to pay into. I'm like, okay, that was around 1 o'clock. I called her by 3 p.m. or like 1 hour later, roughly 1 hour later, and then she was telling me the house was gone. I was like, excuse me. And one thing I want you to know also about accommodation, if you're not staying in a student accommodation, and you know that maybe as a family or as a single person you're going to be staying in a house shared, they will definitely ask for guarantors. Please have a guarantor ahead of time. Don't say, oh, when I get the house, then I'll start reaching out to people to act as my guarantor. So have a guarantor ahead of time. So once you get the place you want, once you get their house, you can quickly tell them, oh, I can pay the deposit, or you pay the holding fee, and then they'll ask you for your guarantor details and you can provide it. It's not like when you get the house, then start looking for who's going to be your guarantor. So always, if you know you're going to need a guarantor for your accommodation, if you're using shared apartment, if you're getting an apartment outside, please put that in mind. Always try to get a guarantor ahead of time. Point number 4, what jobs do you want to apply? I know everybody keeps saying, I remember when I was coming here, I was like, oh, anything works. Now, I'm not saying that anything doesn't work, but as a person personally, I will advise you know the kind of jobs you want to apply for, because it will save you a lot of stress in just throwing your net anywhere. So you're going to be very specific. Now when I mean what kind of jobs you're going to apply to, I mean, for example, if you've told yourself, oh, I'm going to do care, you know that once you land, your focus is on care. If you know you're going to, I don't want to do care, maybe I want to do agency jobs, or I want to do replenishment assistant, or I want to do something else. If you have something in mind, know what you're going to do. So it's not like you're testing waters up and down, because now a lot of people are going to be coming in and a lot of people are going to be testing water. It's very easy for you if you already know the kind of jobs you want from the start, so you can focus your energy on applying to different places in your job area. If you say you want to do care now, already zero your mind, so you don't come and start applying to Sainsbury or applying to Tesco or applying to people that is not even what you want to do. And then by the time you now want to apply to maybe other jobs like care, it feels like there are already a lot of people in that area. The job opportunities are not more as readily available as they will be at the very beginning. So you want to know and decide, okay, what do I think I want to do? If you're a student and you can only work part-time, what do I want to do for this next couple of months? If you're a dependent, great, you can work full-time. Or you ask yourself, okay, since I can work full-time, do I want to do anyone that comes, anyone that pays the money, or do I want to do care? Do I want to do, like, really, I think it's very important for people to decide what they want to work in or what area they want to work in. I'm sure you've researched a lot and you've seen a lot of things, so please choose where you want to work to. I promise you, it will save you a lot of time. It will save you a lot of time in your job application. Now that you've decided, let's go to point number 5. Jobs. Obviously you've decided the job you want to do. Now it is time to focus your energy, because trust me, in this place, even if you're doing cleaning roles, you're going to submit CV. Yes, I said it. You're going to submit CV. So now this is the time you decided what you want to do. Okay, you want to do care. You're going to submit a form of CV or tell them you have a sort of experience. Most of them will want to interview you. So now this is the time to start applying to different agencies. For care, there are a lot of job agencies, or there are a lot of care homes basically. Even for, if you say, okay, you don't want to do care, you want to do agency, there's Indeed Flex, there is ARC. There are many agencies. You just have to do your proper research and find out what agency you want to do. If you want to do stewarding roles, there are also jobs or like agencies that actually do get stewarding roles. Like, you say, okay, I can stand, let me do this job. There are agencies for that. So make your findings, start applying to these agencies. Create your CV. Now this is me being very real. A lot of us, we come from, if you're coming from Nigeria or you're coming from other countries, you're probably not doing the job, at least for if you're a part-time student, or depending on what you are, if you're not coming here on a skilled worker visa, you're probably not going to start doing the job you were doing at home, at least for the meantime. Like, to get your body sewn and to be able to pay the bills, you want to apply to maybe stewards or part-time or care jobs and all those kind of things. You have to craft a CV for that. Yes, you have to craft a CV for that. You have to, because here they work based on experience. If it's a cleaning role, they will tell you, oh, how many years experience do you have for cleaning? And you have to like write something. Don't be applying for a cleaning role and then in your CV you're writing, I worked at Zenith Bank for 5 years. Who sent you? Basically, except you are saying you were a cleaner and Zenith Bank for 5 years, but don't put a banker or something. They will not answer you. Most of the time they will not answer you, or except for certain roles that actually do not care what experience you have, or they don't ask you for CV. Some certain roles will not ask you for CV. Things like replenishment assistant, now sometimes in some companies they will not ask you for CV, but if they have to interview you, they'll tell you, oh, let us know what experience you have that you think your skill set to be able to work in. So basically, look at all those things, factor all that thing in. That's one of the reasons why I said in my earlier point, you should decide what job you want to do, because if not, it's going to be like you're trying to form CV for warehouse, you're trying to form CV for care, you're trying to form CV for this one, you're trying to form CV for, because it's almost as if every role you want to do, you're going to have to form or tailor your CV to fit that role. You can apply also directly. You don't always have to apply through agencies. Come closer, come closer, come closer, come closer, come closer. Don't buy anything on impulse. You're going to be for a lot of people this might not be it, but for a majority of people, don't buy anything on impulse. Really wait and know what you need to buy before you buy it. Like, don't just impulsively buy stuff. And there shall say you impulsively buy stuffs. Make use of the refund culture. I think that was one thing I really had an issue with at the beginning. If you buy things and then you don't need it, please make use of the return system. Nobody will look at you anyhow. Try as much as possible not to buy things on impulse. You're just starting up. You want to keep as much money as you can. Find a community. You're in a strange man's land, fam. Find a community. This will help you. This will save you time. It will make your path smoother. Trust me, if you find the right community there. Find a community. If you're coming as a student, you're coming alone. If you're coming with family, even if you're coming with family, I feel like you still need a community for your kids, for to help you navigate a lot of things. If you have friends, then call them. Guy, I don't know this thing, I beg, help me out. In fact, let me come closer so you understand how important what I'm saying is. Find community, guys. Find community, because sometimes you will just need this community to help you in school, to help you with jobs. Sometimes some job opportunities, it might just be one person referring you, or it might just be someone say, guy, there's space in my agency, are you still looking for a job? You want to really find a community. I cannot overemphasize that. I was blessed with community. That's one thing I've been grateful for in my journey. Find a school community, find friends, like-minded friends. Let me put it out there. If you're a Christian, please join a Bible believing church around you. You will, trust me, it will help you. You will benefit from it. This is one thing I can outrightly say, because I have experienced it, I have gone through it, and I can tell you that don't underestimate the power of community, especially here in this UK. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey. In the next 1 year, you'll be like, oh my god, how time flies. If you've been in the UK and you have other tips that you would like to share with people that are just coming, what are the most important tips you want them to know? Please put them down in the comment section down below, and help someone transition smoothly. Wonderful.